Okay, good morning, everybody, for Tuesday, the 22nd of August. So the high pressure continues to exist over the Bay of Biscay and over the English Channel. But as you can see, we're not too far away from fronts, with this occluded front just starting to make its way sort of across the country, bringing with a little bit of extra moisture and a little bit poorer conditions to the centre of the country. No real significant accumulations of rain or significant weather, but enough that it's a little bit of a headache for today's forecast. Winds have just come around a little bit as we've had a few days of southwesterly. Pleased to say they've come around to more westerly now, looking like 260 at around 15 knots. Satellite picture over the UK shows a fairly bright start in the centre of the country. Around us, low cloud and some isolated patches of mist. No real sort of identifiable feature of this front at the moment. It's not really made its way across. You can see quite a lot of low cloud out on the western coast of Wales and up into the north. But yes, brightening up slowly through the morning for us. The public forecast indicates 23 degrees being the top temperature today, with pretty good visibility once it does clear up, and that westerly wind ever present. So yeah, no real significant weather today. It looks pretty good other than Thursday, which looks a little bit unsettled. Yep, 24 to 25 degrees in more eastern areas, around us 23 quite likely, and dew points around 11 to 10 or so. Larkhill sounding, still a little bit similar to yesterday with an inversion on this at around 3,500 to 4,000 feet initially, but it does look fairly moist up through that layer, and once you dry that out, then the conditions should get reasonable, although maybe a little bit blue in patches. Though then again, I said we blue yesterday and we didn't really see any blue at all, but then it wasn't actually that good either. Currently at Lasham, temperature is 16, dew point of 14. Picture outside is that. And don't think too much David has said in the last few hours or so, but yeah. Okay, looking at Top Messier then, and it's going to be a late start because I think we're going to have this low cloud at least for the next hour. By sort of 10 o'clock, we might have a cloud base of 1,500 to 2,000 feet. After that, then it looks like around our area, sort of 11, 12 o'clock, we should start to see it brighten up with sort of scuddy shallow Q to around 3,000 feet. As day heats up, then it shows blue to shallow Q, if you believe this model, up to around 4,500 feet or so. And so this blue area remaining pretty much, I think, south of Oxford. Looks getting good for the junior nationals in Cambridge, but the centre of the country and the northwest not looking so good with lower cloud bases. Usual Severn Valley / Bristol Channel air mass coming through there. And as you can see, windward coasts sort of seeing deterioration in the soil condition a bit earlier, but I'd say probably for Lasham, the conditions are slightly better than they were yesterday. Cut-off time, well, looks like around sort of 6 o'clock or so, so going a little bit later than yesterday, if you believe this, but yeah, a bit more blue than it was yesterday, perhaps. You can see that cloud amounts, low cloud to start with, and then brightening up into a nice afternoon. Slight forecast then, and weak to moderate thermals for most of the day. Lasham seeing sort of a top of around 5,000 feet, potentially. That's with a temperature of 24, 25 degrees, which I'd say is probably on the optimistic side. So if you say sort of 3,500 to 4,000 feet above Lasham, you probably won't be far wrong. You won't be too disappointed because Top Metier has been optimistic more recently. NOTAM wise, South Cerney is active. It's rare that it's active, but it is. They've been dropping stuff there pretty much all day. Yesterday they were doing that with a Atlas from Bryce Norton. There's also parachute display
at Tidworth, just to the northwest of Thruxton and Andover. That finishes at 12:15. So yeah, danger areas are active with some parachuting today. Not too much else to talk about. Granson obviously holding their gliding competition. Wittering ATZ is active, but I think that's taken as red. So yeah, it looks fairly clear otherwise. Operationally today, it'll be runway 27. Don't think there'll necessarily be enough of you for a grid. I'll just have a look. 37, no. So we'll come to the runway. We'll launch you from there. So yeah, launching towards the west, air towing from the runway. There's no jet movements I'm aware of today, so it should be fairly straightforward. Just a reminder of my topic of the week. It's quite easy to not spot gliders as you join thermals, but those already in thermal do have the right of way. So please do use your FLARM and also good lookouts before joining thermals, especially near Lasham, to double check that there is a gap for you to join. And if not, fly on the outside and find a gap as the gaggle continues to move. So yeah, lots and lots of this stuff available on the BGA Safety Management System website. But yeah, hot topic at the moment. So with that in mind, we will see you on the airfield shortly. Bye for now.